Good morning and welcome to another installment in Just Another Magic Monday. Your cosmic overview to the week ahead, exploring the cosmic energies of July 12th to July 18th and how you can maximize them to create more magic and alignment within your world. I would love to invite you to join every single Monday posted here on my YouTube channel, 2:30 a.m. EDT, 5:30 a.m. PDT, to get energetically and cosmically aligned with the planetary energies. I would be so honored if you chose to subscribe, like, comment. Any of those things really helps me and my channel quite a bit, so I'd be so appreciative. And without further ado, let's dive into the week ahead and how you can make magic out of it. All times that I mentioned will be PDT. We have a couple of planetary events, including Venus conjunct Mars in Leo, Chiron Retrograde, Mercury trine Jupiter, and let's discuss the vibe check of the week. Vibe check of the week is just a thematic take that I think of when I look at the aspects, because I know when I'm just rattling off a bunch of trines and conjunctions, we don't really have an emotional connection to it, so I try to paint a picture so you have something to sort of latch onto as I describe the week. And this week it feels like a corny 90s shopping spree montage, okay? Preferably to the song It's a Perfect Day. Watch YouTube, copyrights me for using that song, because everybody knows that my pitch is exactly like the singers in that. But I want you to just picture a bunch of girlies at the mall shopping. Maybe there's like a montage of them spinning and trying on different outfits, and the friends are like, yeah, no, and some shenanigans ensue. Someone falls in a fountain, or there's some sort of like food fight, and then they all drive home, preferably in a convertible, and they're all jamming out, and it's just fun. It's just summer mischief montage like behavior. And this week feels like a montage. Am I saying that every single moment is going to be absolutely spectacular? Maybe not, but there's a lot of loveliness within the cosmos and this really sort of carefree, playful, fun energy, which is nice. And also paying attention to, in those montage, you know, the girlies when they're shopping are off their phones, they're unplugged, and they're just dedicated to having a good time. And I want you to live your life this week as though you are in a montage of your own life. Give the viewers something fun to look at. Romanticize your life. Even if you're just going to the grocery store, romanticize it, you know. Flirt with the person in the cereal aisle. Dabble with trying a new recipe. Make it fun. Make it feel like a montage. Listen to music. Be in your own music video, because there is this really fun energy. We have Venus conjunct Mars in Leo. So in the week ahead, so we have some, you know, playful energy in the cosmos. Venus conjunct Mars is really the time to strut your stuff, especially in the sign of Leo. I mean, this is really ramping up our self-expression, it's ramping up our creativity, and it's ramping up our desire to live as the main character. Like, as I mentioned last week, all of the personal planets right now, at least so long as the moon is in Leo towards the beginning of the week, will be in either Cancer or Leo. And those are main character signs. So I want you to live like you're the main character in a 90s rom-com, in a montage, in your own little music video. Because we're really, with the Leo energy, we're ramping up self-expression, we're feeling a little bit more bold, and I want you to unplug and give yourself permission to be the main character, especially as we move into the weekend. Not every pocket of the cosmos is lovely this week, but it almost feels like the energy where the drive for the main characterness is so strong that we're just unplugging from the stuff that's perhaps bothering us or not as sparkly and fun. So let's break it down day by day. We'll start with Monday, July 12th. The moon will be void all day on Monday in the sign Leo. The closing aspect is the Leo moon conjunction to Mars in Leo. And Monday, I know a lot of us have that pesky thing, work, class, responsibilities. But if there was ever a day to play hooky and go to the mall and be in your own montage, it would be Monday. The moon's void, so important to us, we must avoid. And with the closing aspect of the Leo moon conjunction to Mars and Leo, we're in the mood to do something that we honestly love to do. Leo is a very heart-centered energy. And with this energy, it's definitely ramping up our inner child, our desire to want to play, our desire to want to create, and to just have fun, to romanticize your life, to live it as though you're in a 90s montage scene. So if you get the opportunity, if you're off work or you don't feel too bad about playing hooky, I would maybe go to the beach or do something creative or something that just makes you feel fun and makes you feel like you. And remember that you are a person before all of your responsibilities, all of your obligations, and to tap into that sort of carefree energy of summertime. Also on Monday, we have Mercury in Cancer trining Jupiter in Pisces, and this is really ramping up our thought processes. We're a little bit more optimistic, we're a little bit more creative, we're a little bit more feeling expansive by our world, feeling playful, romanticizing our life. Again, trine is linking Mercury and Cancer, and what I say about Cancer and Leo, these signs are the main character, and I say that because they're both very personal signs. They're ruled by the sun and the moon. The sun is how we express ourselves, it's how we shine our light, and the moon is our instinctual responses, our emotions, our moods. And so when these two signs are so emphasized within the cosmos, it's really being like, hold on, I'm a human being. I deserve to have fun. I deserve to do things that I love to do. I deserve to romanticize my life. I'm the one who's leading this. I'm going to get out of my daily routine and do something that inspires me, that motivates me, that gets me out of the typical routine. Trust me, there will be times this week to attend to our routine. Like shortly after on Tuesday, the moon will enter Virgo. But if you get an opportunity on Monday, a space, maybe you don't play hooky, maybe you just drive to the beach after work, maybe you just spontaneously go to see your friend who lives an hour away, maybe you go shopping and buy something that makes you truly feel expressive of your own authentic self. Whatever it is, I want you to do something fun, something new, something creative. And with Mercury in Cancer trining Jupiter in Pisces, we're likely to feel a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more expressive, and a little bit more just in the mood to create our own story in the world, right? With Mercury in Cancer trining Jupiter in Pisces, we might notice we're having more heartfelt conversations with people, we're feeling closer with people, and we're just excited to connect and get out of our sort of daily routine. So romanticize your life. On Tuesday morning, the moon does enter Virgo. I didn't lie. We will get an opportunity to attend to all our tasks. So Monday, go to the beach with the top down, blasting your music. You are in your own montage. Tuesday, it's like, okay, montage is over. Time to work out and attend to the tasks and water the plants and all of the little things that might have been commanding your attention. Tuesday is the day that the Venus conjunction to Mars in Leo exacts, and this is why this summer I was so excited about it when I looked at the astrology, because Venus conjunct Mars in Leo, it's bold, it's spicy, it's fun, it's great for flirting, it's great for shooting your shot and coming from a very confident place. Leo is the sign of letting our light illuminate and knowing that we are worthy of taking up space. We are worthy of flirting with that person. We are worthy of applying for that reach job. We are worthy of creating something that's sort of weird, but it feels like an authentic expression of the person that we are. It really asks us to ramp up and just remember, you are that person. Like, just step up and act like it. You are the captain of your own ship, and if you don't dare to set on this new course, who's going to do it for you? No one. So this is really energy. Maybe you're not feeling like the star of a 90s rom-com, but this is that sort of energy to fake it till you make it. Maybe put a note on your mirror and be like, you are the star of the 90s rom-com. Romanticize your life. Go after it, give the viewers an interesting show, and furthermore, give yourself the opportunities to succeed and to believe in yourself. So Tuesday or Monday night would be my pick for that date night due to that really, really spicy conjunction of Venus conjunct Mars. We might notice that people are a little bit more Mars-like in love, a little bit more forward, a little bit more courageous, a little bit more direct. Maybe we're channeling that energy for ourselves. People could kind of flirt in a sort of bantering, sort of teasing way. Keep in mind, the planet of love and attraction, Venus, and Mars, which is action, assertion, are together. So people might be trying to get to Venus, love, by being very forward, very Mars-like. Furthermore, Mars is being influenced by Venus. Mars is how we go after what we want. Venus is charm, it's beauty. So it's really a time, maybe you aren't feeling like the main character, maybe you're not feeling like the star of the 90s rom-com, but Tuesday is sort of energy where you dress up and be like, if I were to show up as the most courageous, most main character version of myself, what would I be wearing? And can I just step into that role as I move into the rest of the day. And Tuesday is honestly great for all things that you have to attend to. The Virgo moon will sextile Mercury in Cancer, which really ramps up our attention to details, to any sort of conversation, meetings, things of the like. The Virgo moon does oppose Jupiter in Pisces, which gives it a nice little boost of not being too really stressed out. It sort of softens the neurotic energy of Virgo and allows us to maybe think big picture about the projects that we're working on. So both attending to the big picture as well as to the small details of it. Wednesday the 14th, the moon will be in Virgo all day. It makes some nice aspects to Uranus, which is really boosting new ideas, creativity, things of the like. It makes a nice aspect to the sun, which is ego, identity, and creativity. Maybe working on something a little bit more heart-centered, with Mercury and Sun in Cancer. That's why Cancer and Leo are, as I was mentioning earlier, really the stars of the show oftentimes, is because they can't do something without being at least a little bit passionate about it. Like both Cancer and Leo need to have their heart into what they're doing to some extent. And this makes them very passionate individuals. When they care about you, they really, really care. When they're creating something, they're really, really devoted. They're very, very full in sort of energy. So you might notice on Tuesday and Wednesday, you're more ramped up to work on the projects that you have a personal connection to. The moon also will trine Pluto and Capricorn later that night. The only thing I'd be mindful around is the Virgo moon opposing Neptune and Pisces later that night. This is when sort of the nervous energy of Virgo comes into play and we're daydreaming all of these possible negative manifestations of what could happen. Think of the montage. Were the girlies in the 90s film checking their phone, stressing out about so-and-so, stressing about tomorrow? No, they're being carefree. And maybe life isn't that simple, but this is the sort of week where it's like, I will cross that bridge when I get there. Right now is the time for fun, because if not now, when am I gonna have my carefree summer montage? So on Wednesday, I would just check out from work when it feels good to you. Try to do something soothing that night, maybe yoga, something that sort of turns your mind off. So the Virgo moon isn't just daydreaming all these possible negative manifestations of what could happen. The moon will be void at 11:46 on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, the 15th, it enters Libra at 7:32 a.m. There's also a really nice trine to Neptune on Thursday, which is really boosting up our creativity and really our romanticizing, right? This is a week to romanticize your life, romanticize your romance, romanticize your daily walk. Find the beauty in everything around you. Be extra, be over the top. Put on the bold outfit even if you're just running to do errands. If you're gonna go on a picnic with your partner, make it over the top. Bring candles, bring champagne. Make life feel like a movie this week. With the sun in Cancer, trining Neptune, Pisces, we're a little bit more creative and we're really looking for the romance and the beauty around us. Chiron stations retrograde on Thursday, which Chiron is the wounded healer. I spoke a little bit about it last week, but I shall elucidate it a little bit more in that Chiron is where we've been wounded, but where we're able to heal others. And with Chiron retrograde, it takes a really internal look. So starting this week, moving onward, there might be some opportunities to really look at your triggers or where you feel deeply self-conscious and to see what you are ready to let go of, what you are ready to look square in the face and be like, you do not have control over me anymore. And where also you can find a little bit of gratitude for that particular journey in what it gave you. I'm very Chironian myself. I have a whole video if you want to dive in deeper to Chiron. I just noticed my camera was focusing on the candle the entirety of the video, so I hope it wasn't blurry or anything, but now it's back on my face. Thank you, camera, for acknowledging that the candle is more interesting than my face. But with Chiron retrograde, it's really this journey of looking inward at our particular insecurities, where we feel flawed, where we feel inherently not as good. And to look at those things and be like, you no longer have control over me, or maybe even having gratitude for that particular wound, that particular flaw, that particular insecurity. People who have strong Chiron in their charts typically do well in healing professions because they just have an energy of them that they know what it's like to hurt in that particular area. I have a whole video if you have some strong Chiron within your chart, but on this journey, it's sort of this energy around, I have let this particular insecurity about my body, about my voice, about my hair, about my intelligence hold me back from so many opportunities? And am I ready to just step up as the highest version of myself? And yes, it's not always that easy, like just putting on an outfit, like I said earlier, and then stepping up as that person. But this is sort of energy we're really looking at it and being like, how does this serve me in this particular evolution of my life? And can I find gratitude for it? Like, is the reason, that I've, struggled with, let's say, like dyslexia, and that particular wound grants me empathy in the people that I work with. It's almost like where you have personally struggled and suffered, but where you can help other people because of it. Because it's really hard if you've really struggled in a particular area and talking to someone who does not relate with that, someone who's been reading, at higher reading levels their entire life. There will be an inherent disconnect with just like, I haven't felt that, I haven't got that empathy. That's the gift of Chiron. It's where we have personally struggled so that we can really be a friend to people who maybe are struggling with that, or maybe integrate it within our work or within our art or something of the like. So with Chiron retrograde, a lot of those triggers or insecurities might be coming to the surface for the next few months. And for you to sort of be like, okay, I'm ready to let go of this. I'm ready to work on this particular insecurity, or I'm really ready to step up and help other people with this particular journey. Thursday night, I would also mention, try to stay away from any conversations with Libra moon. We are in the mood to communicate, to connect, to have one-on-one bonds. But with the camera is focusing on the candle, and I'm having a hard time really not taking it personally. But with the Libra moon square Mercury in Cancer, we're in that mood to connect, but our words could be a little bit more biting, or we could be more a little sensitive, reading into things that aren't necessarily said. That's another side of downside of Mercury in Cancer, is that we're a little bit more emotional with our language, and we're a little bit more intuitive with our thinking, but we could read into things, especially with harsh aspects right here, around, well, why'd they say these words and not these ones? Or they didn't say this, so I know what that means. It's almost like rushing to conclusions right away and going about it in the wrong way, even though the Libra moon is just really in the mood to connect. Friday the 16th is great to just chug through your work. The Libra moon will trine Saturn in Aquarius, which really acts as a stabilizing force. It does oppose Chiron in Aries, so like I said, the Chiron retrograde is a longer journey, so it's not like an overnight thing. And with this Libra moon opposite Chiron in Aries, there might be a reminder of that insecurity or that flaw or that particular story that you have that truly makes you the person that you are. May I mention, Chiron's in Aries. Aries is the sign of self. So part of this journey is sort of finding, okay, how has this particular insecurity, this particular journey made me the person that I am, with the empathy that I hold and the skills that I have in my profession, or as a friend, or as a sister? How am I able to show up for other people because of this particular flaw or wound? So there might be some illumination of that around Friday. Friday night would also be my pick for a date night. Yes, we're getting a little further from Venus and Mars, even though they're pretty much gathered in the same portion of the sky. But we've got this Libra moon, which is in the mood to connect, sextile Mars and Leo that night. And so we're in the mood to step out, to be seen, to harmonize, to connect. And then Saturday the 17th and the 18th, I want you to give yourself permission to not engage. And this is going to look different for everyone. For some individuals, this could be not checking your work email on the weekend, right? For some, it could be, not engaging if your mother-in-law is giving you grief on this particular thing, or not engaging with family dynamics that might, really drain you. With the fixed T-square that will occur Saturday and Sunday with the Scorpio moon that's activating that nasty Saturn Aquarius, Uranus and Taurus, I want you to give yourself permission to not engage. The sun in Cancer will also oppose Pluto in Capricorn, which sort of just ramps up any sort of power plays or feelings of obsession or feelings of jealousy. It's honestly an intense weekend within the cosmos. Take care of yourself. If you know that you're gonna be in an environment where some nasty behaviors might come out, or just you're around someone who sort of like brings out the worst in you or sort of triggers you, just take extra, if you have to be there, take extra, care of yourself. Make sure you meditate, do yoga, do whatever you have to do beforehand to be in a very calm state of mind. With the Cancer sun, the shadow side of Cancer is that it can be responsive to the point of moodiness, or almost like just knee-jerk emotional reactions. Keep in mind, Cancer is a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs are concerned with taking action It's a water sign taking action based on emotion. So with the opposition to Pluto, it could be having the worst of your emotions brought out in that circumstance. So if you have to be there, do what you need to do to make yourself feel safe and sort of a soothed state of mind before going. But if you have the opportunity to not go to that particular work meeting, not go to that particular party at your in-laws, I would just not engage. Go back to living your 90s montage. Saturday is also the second quarter moon, so the crisis moon phase. The moon enters Scorpio at 11:23. Saturday is also the first quarter moon, so also known as the crisis moon phase, and the moon enters Scorpio at 11:38 a.m. It will be void from 4:03 to 11:38, so don't do anything too terribly important. The moon will be in Libra until it is void at 4:03, at which point it enters Scorpio at 11:38. When the moon enters Scorpio, it draws our attention to intense emotions, right? Endings, grievings, letting go of things. There is a sort of nice spot in the cosmos with the Scorpio moon trining Jupiter in Pisces, but other than that, it's sort of a intense power play sort of day. So if you can not be around people or situations that bring the worst out of you, that's what I would recommend. Sunday the 18th, the moon will also be in Scorpio all day. Take care of yourself on Sunday morning, as this is when Scorpio moon will square Saturn in Aquarius exactly, which Scorpio moon's feeling all the feels, and with Saturn in Aquarius, there's a challenge or restriction of something, or just something annoying getting in the way. There is a bright spot as it does trine Mercury in Cancer. So long as you can look reality or the situation squarely in the face, that's a Saturn, there is an ability to really get through to someone in a very sort of emotionally healing way on Sunday morning. So if you need to have some sort of conversation around that, like let's say you don't go to the particular party on Saturday and then on Sunday you're just like, I didn't go because this situation makes me feel uncomfortable. Can we talk about this? With the square to Saturn, there might be some resistance, but so long as you're being very forthright, very direct with the situation at hand and not reading into things from a very sort of emotional standpoint, just saying, this is what this person said to me, this is how I've been feeling around it, this is why it makes me uncomfortable, so on and so forth. And then the Scorpio moon will oppose Uranus in Taurus at 12 p.m. So there might be something unexpected to your weekend or an unexpected emotion that bubbles to the surface. Perhaps you bring in the unexpected energy by doing something novel, doing something exciting out of your, typical routine, going for that shopping spree, going to the beach and playing the music, acting like you are in a montage the entirety of the time. Friends, I hope you all have the most beautiful week. Today's secret word of the week, if you made it to the end of the video, is oblivescence, which means the process of forgetting. So if you can use that in a sentence below, you get a point. If you can use it throughout your week, you get extra points. I just thought this would be a fun way to enhance our vocabularies and a little extra for you for making it to the end of the video, because I am so grateful that you chose to spend part of your Monday with me. My Instagram handle is at Comet Astrology. My TikTok is the same. I'd love to invite you to join me over there. And until we meet again, drink lots of water and stay magical.